After yesterday's, like, crazy ass fucking news that we're getting a Mummy 4, which will go deeper into what's actually going on with it, etc. It's said to be a more direct sequel to The Mummy Returns from 2001. It's going to ignore the events of The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is the best fucking thing in the world because that was a piece of shit. And it makes sense because obviously, unfortunately, Rachel Weisz couldn't return for the Mummy 3. We'll just call it Mummy 3. She couldn't return for that. So to make this the proper Mummy 3 is delightful to hear. Which is a shame because Maria, what was her name again? Her from Coyote Ugly. She was fine as Evie, but it's because Rachel Weisz was there at the first one and the second one. They had their chemistry already built up with each other, her and Brendan Fraser. So to then have her come in to be, Maria Maria Bello. I don't know. Her anyway. You're supposed to believe this is the same character, and it wasn't the same character. You could tell it's not the same character. It was so noticeable. Anyway, so being that it's going to be a direct sequel is fantastic, and the Radio Silence guys done great things with the Scream franchise. They've done great things with their own stuff like Ready or Not, and so I'm looking forward to that. I am jacked to the fucking tits for the Mummy 4, obviously. I love the fact that they're going to be hopefully doing a direct sequel to The Mummy Returns. Which, on that note as well, though, like, ignoring the events of the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is The Mummy 3, which Jet Li was great in that, just the film is, like I said, you're going to get a new Alex O'Donnell. They're going to obviously cast a new, older version of Alex O'Donnell, which is Rick and Evelyn's Evie, their son, who obviously showed up in the third one. He was an older man, but that's what I'm saying. Like the timeline does not work. Like the kid was like 9 years old, and then like I think the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was set like I don't even think even 10 years later. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a timeline inconsistency between The Mummy and The Mummy Returns with the fact that they've got no kid. He should be like, I think it's something like, he should be like 4 years old or something like that, if anything. But he's like 8 or 9 years old, but anyway. But there's a crazy inconsistency between 2 and 3 where he's all of a sudden a 25-year-old man. And you're just like, wait a fucking minute. So they could do that now. He could be like, well, when was the Mummy Returns? 2001, so 24 years ago. So yeah, it works. He'd be like a 30-year-old man, which is fair enough. Will John Hannah return? We don't know. Will Stephen Summers have any involvement in this, like as a producer, an executive producer, all that kind of stuff? Someone just he just shadows the project. I don't know. I actually forgot to add this part. Like also as well, who was missing from the third film anyway was I don't know how I'm going to butcher his name here. Right, Oded Fair. He obviously played he played Ardith Bay, who was fantastic. He had the bird and all that. He was great, and he was so good. He did the ink tattoos on his eyes. He was great as well. He also made the gang complete. So you've got him, and you've got, most importantly, you've got Arnold Vosloo, who I mentioned in my when they announced it and I done my wee quick video. Could he come back? Like, Imohtep is dead, obviously, right? But Imohtep was dead at the end of The Mummy, and he returned in The Mummy Returns. So he could come back as well. Like, why the fuck not? Just, like, get the gang back together, Why not? Like, you could do all that shit. Brendan Fraser, though, like, he's been lobbying for a return to this franchise. Like, he asked during the press coverage for The Whale, like, would you return to The Mummy? And he was like, of course I would. He did talk about the fact he'd need to get into better shape. I mean, the dude's still a big guy, but he's got into much better shape than what he was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So he's looking brilliant. So I am so fucking happy. You have no idea how, like, The Mummy especially the first one, is one of my all-time favourite films. It is a proper summer popcorn movie. But it's just phenomenal. Like, so the fact that they're actually able to do this now, and I hope to God it's good. I really do, because obviously it's a legacy sequel. Yeah, let's hope it's good. I have faith in the Radio Silence guys. I really, really do. Yeah. What do you guys think? What's your guys' thoughts on all of this with The Mummy 4? The Mummy Reborn. I really would. I mean, it's cheesy, but I hope they do give that kind of tongue-in-cheeky kind of title, like the Mummy Resurrected, the Mummy Resurrection, the Mummy Reborn, like something like that. Though, 'cause I think there was a Universal Studios theme ride which was called the Mummy Resurrection or Resurrected or something like that. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. I've been Netfing Guy, and thanks for watching. And I've already said that. Goodbye.